Hi guys, how you doing? Not checked in for 10 days I think was my last check-in when I had my muscle food delivery. So we're currently sitting at 2011 on Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th of March. This week has been quite an interesting week because I made quite a few decisions in relation to my prep and what my intentions were really for competing this year. Obviously, as you know, if you look back at my initial videos, I had planned to do the IBFA, the non-tested show on the 10th of May, which is part of the programme described by my coaches. I've taken a decision mid last week, I think, to pull out of the IBFA, purely on the basis that my first show I want to be up there against people who have been through the same route as me, basically, who are natural competitors and who aren't assisted. I think that's only given me a fair chance to go and showcase what I do. I think I would be very disappointed and very disheartened if I went to the IBFA and obviously seen how big people were in comparison to me, or how more in condition they were in comparison to me. As I said, this is my first time competing, and I have literally not fallen off the bandwagon once. I have been dieting now since the second week in January, so a good wee while to say the least. So far I've dropped down to my lightest weight. I've dropped down to 176.5 pounds in my check-in last Sunday, and I was a wee bit apprehensive because it was also my birthday last weekend, and I was going to go out for something to eat for a cheap meal, but unfortunately I couldn't get in touch with my coaches, so rather than jeopardising anything and falling off the plan, I stuck to it. And actually, in fact, I went to Airspace, which is like a trampolining centre in East Kilbride, and probably did an extra cardio workout. I was absolutely gushing with sweat, to be honest, and yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was great to see my family. My family came up from Liverpool, one of my cousins and her fiance, so we had a really good time. No drink was consumed by me, obviously. They had a few glasses of wine, and I stuck rigidly to my plan as I had expected. Probably the hardest thing about last week was the fact that, as usual, I did my delts on a Friday night and had to shoot home so that I was in for them coming up from Liverpool. I'd never get the opportunity to do my second round of HIIT after the gym, so what I had to do was wait till Emma and Jay went to their bed and did it at 1 o'clock in the morning, which wasn't ideal, but you know what? True champions, don't pull out, they don't make excuses, they get it done, and I was happy that I did that. The following morning I was up at the crack of dawn again. I was up about 6, 6:30, usual time for the working week, not so great for a Saturday. I got up, I got straight on the bike to do my fasted HIIT, got that done, spent a couple of hours chilling out, having my breakfast and stuff, and then went to the gym and did my usual abs and calves session and did another round of HIIT. So virtually within the space of maybe about 11, 12 hours, I'd done 3 rounds of HIIT, plus a training session, so I was very tired. Saturday I spent spending time with my family, and then, as I said, went to Airspace about 8 o'clock and trained virtually for an hour doing somersaults, my record 3 somersaults that I was absolutely delighted with. So my coaches this week, I informed them that I'm not going to do the IBFA on the 10th of May, and my entire focus now is solely on the 27th of June. 27th of June, the UKDFBA competition in Livingston. I went to a second posing class last Sunday on the 8th of March, and it was really interesting to see who was going to turn up from the first session. A few people didn't turn up, and a few new people did turn up, but it was interesting to see how my shape had changed. It's very easy in extreme gym with the really positive lighting beaming down on you, and you think that you look great. Then when you go and stand in a studio in Bannatynes in Livingston, and it's bright white light and there's no hiding places, and you actually see what you've actually got. So I thoroughly enjoyed my posing class. It was great to tap into the expertise of Gordy Adam again, who's been absolutely fantastic, if I'm being brutally honest. Anytime I've contacted him on Facebook with regards to BCAs or pre-workouts or whatever it may be, or even at the most basic level about competing in different shows, he's been absolutely on the ball and been entirely honest, so top marks for Gordy. So yeah, my HIIT has now reduced. I'm still doing my fasted HIIT first thing in the morning as soon as I wake up, and I've now stopped doing my HIIT after my workout. Obviously I've got a wee bit longer to go now. I think it's probably about is it 16 weeks, let me see, April, May, June, 12 weeks, something like that. So a wee bit longer to go, and I was a wee bit worried that my macros might be too low now if I've got this period of time to go, but I'm still enjoying what I'm doing. Headaches have gone away, which is good. My sleep pattern's a wee bit better, but I am still feeling tired. What I must confess that I'm really feeling is really hungry all the time. My carbs are still relatively high. My coach has said that he probably surmises that I'll drop maybe about another 70 grams of carbs between now and show week. Fats are still quite high. Protein obviously naturally is high. So it'll be interesting to see. You probably notice as well all this roughage on my face. Not had any time to shave, but what I did get to do was actually shave my body to see what was underneath. Usually at this point I would show you a wee check-in to my condition, but given the fact it's usually in the morning when I've not really had many meals, I've just literally finished my last meal, which was 100 grams of lean steak mince, 5 eggs, and 1 rice cake. Normally I would show you, but because I've had that I feel quite bloated, but you know what, it's a balls to the wall video blog to see exactly where I'm at, so I'll show you just now. And bear in mind, this is me dropping even more weight. So, dogs are obviously going crazy as usual. So yeah. My camera's quite low. Tighten this up a wee bit. There you go. You can start to see now abs starting to come through. Sorry, I'm holding the camera in the wrong place. They're starting to come through now, finally. Wee bit of definition there. What I was more happy than anything else is you can actually see how much my back flares naturally, which is really good. You know, just standing static. I got a right good shoulder pump in the gym tonight. God, that's a terrible angle. Yeah, got a right good shoulder pump in the gym tonight, which was really good. But unfortunately, this phone and the lighting and everything else isn't really going to show you that. So there's where I'm at just now. While Oscar slips on his water. So my intention is to meet in with my coaches this Sunday to see where we're going at. They were asking me tonight how was I feeling, was I looking leaner, and that, I don't think that's in question. This week when I was doing chest, my chest was absolutely ripping out my skin, which was great. It felt amazing. You know, when Alvin talks about the real pump, I truly felt it today, which is great, because when I think you're obviously not eating what you would normally eat, you're probably consuming less calories. Sometimes it's hard to achieve that, so it was quite nice, and it's not always about working to achieve the pump. So anyway, 8-minute video. It's been a wee while since I've done an 8-minute video, and it is quite late. I'm also studying for an interview, so my stress levels are quite high, which isn't ideal either, but needs must. This will be the last interview this year probably, to be honest, so give it my best shot and see what happens with that. Failing that, all the concentration and drive from then on in will be based on the competition in 12 weeks or however many weeks it is. I would check on my phone, but for fear that the video cuts out now. So anyway, oh, and I meant to say, after my 290 deadlift a couple of weeks ago, I attempted a 300 yesterday. Did a 290 again, it came up okay. 290, I got up to my shins and then just couldn't lock it out, because I progressively went up 1 rep maxes from about 250, and I was fatigued, I was tired. To be fair, when I was even doing my shoulders today, my back was very, very tight, but that's only normal. Tomorrow will be a fun day. I'm intending to do buys, tries and calves, because I didn't do buys with back and I didn't do tries with my chest, so I could get out the gym sharpish, and then do calves on Sunday. So not really having a rest day, but in comparison to my normal heavy loads, it'll be a rest day. So till next time, speak to you soon.